Ever since the first LEGO game was released for everyone to play in 1997, the way humor was defined in video games took on a whole new direction. Now, don't get me wrong, LEGO games didn't invent humor in games, and it for sure wasn't the first game to make people laugh and enjoy the fun in games. But ever since I can remember, LEGO games played a huge part not only in my childhood, but also most of my adult life. I mean, I'm not that old, so I haven't been an adult for long, but what I'm trying to say is that you never really get tired of LEGO games. Whether it is LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, LEGO Harry Potter, LEGO City, or LEGO Indiana Jones, the humor is easily identifiable. It's enjoyed by young and old, and to be honest, I'm so glad that game developers are not trying to make it more appealing to the older audience by taking away those ridiculous scenes that make LEGO games so special. That can also be seen in their newest addition to the LEGO game universe, which is LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. I have been covering LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga on my channel for a bit over 3 months now, and that's why today I want to talk about the humor of this specific LEGO game, explore the different ways humor was brought into it, and why they make LEGO games so special. From the title screen over cutscenes and gameplay to extras that make the game even more fun. But first, hi, welcome. My name is Alina and this is my channel. If you like what you see, why don't you consider subscribing? It's free and you can always change your mind later. Now, I don't want to keep you any longer, so why don't we start right into this video? Cutscenes are usually the go-to for game developers to put in little humorous snippets combined with the original story. A really good example for that is the scene where Han Solo meets Darth Vader. In the movie, he points a gun at him and shoots, but in the game, they exchange the gun for a banana, which he then throws at Darth Vader, who uses the Force to throw it back, which leads to a food fight breaking out. It is just so funny to watch and opens a lot of doors for other scenes in the game, like Luke doing a handstand while using the Force to move objects around him. In the movie, he's doing a handstand while balancing Yoda on one foot. In the game, he's now letting R2-D2 fly. Or Qui-Gon hitting Obi-Wan in the face while telling him to train the boy. In the trailers that we've seen from 2019 to 2020, we have seen a lot of those cutscenes. They all include a little humor while still portraying the core of the Star Wars story. But they also prove how much research and attention to detail the game developers from TT put into this game. For example, in this scene right here, we can see Luke looking inside the lightsaber. From the outside, that might just look like some LEGO humor. But when we dig deeper, we can actually find a behind-the-scenes picture of Mark Hamill doing the exact same thing. It is just a very sweet detail which has a lot of meaning for the hardcore fans of Star Wars. Like I said, we have already seen a lot of those cutscenes and there will be many more when playing the game. Every time I look at the trailers, I always smile because you just don't get tired of them. And they make so much sense with the actual personalities of each character, it's just very special. Then of course, the humor from the cutscenes also transitions into the gameplay itself. Whether it be in the playthrough of the story or free play, where characters like C-3PO get shocked when running through destroyed cables, in combat where NPCs react in different ways depending on where you shoot them, or fun mini-games where you have to shoot wombats or start a fight in the cantina. And again, the personalities of those characters are big. I mean, just look at Jabba the Hutt or Jar Jar Binks. It's not like we have seen Jabba run or even walk or whatever you want to call that movement, but him doing that with his tongue is so him. And come on, if this isn't Jar Jar, then what is? I just can't wait to explore what other fun animation and abilities these characters have. And last but not least, I want to go over the extras that we as players can either toggle on to make the experience even more fun, or rather leave toggled off to stick with the original humor throughout the story. By now, everyone should know that LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga has voice lines. They will sound like this.
He is not ready.
I am ready. Ben, I can be a Jedi. Ben, tell him I'm ready.
But when we look back at past LEGO games, something that made LEGO games for many fans was the mumbling of the characters. There we had to rely much more on the expressions like faces and gestures. It was just fun. That was exchanged for voice lines in this game. However, fans didn't like being stuck with those voice lines, so they asked TT Games multiple times if the option of using mumble mode instead will be there. And of course TT listened. We have the option to toggle on and off mumble mode to feel the nostalgia of past LEGO games. That will sound like this. Besides mumble mode, however, there will be many more extras you can toggle on and off that will make it even more humorous. My favorite is probably the weapon noise that can be exchanged to comedy weapons, and when in combat it will sound like this. In addition to that, we will have Galaxy Rave, which will turn the universe into a disco, Baguette Lightsabers, which will turn lightsabers into baguettes, and Gong Civilians, which will turn civilians into gongs. Again, there will be so much more funny and exciting things in this game, and I can't wait to play it all. I hope you enjoyed this video and it made you even more excited to experience the story and the humor LEGO games have to offer. That was it from my side. Let me know in the comments which part you find the funniest. I will see you in my next video. Until then, bye.